already, I love to call everything before it happens because I just don't like being surprised. But I'm calling it already. This stream is going to be a short one. I just finished Grease Rise of the Pink Ladies. It's on Kanopy. Kanopy is not the same for everybody. I get that. But if you have Kanopy and you have a library, put that library card info in there. Check Grease Rise of the Pink Ladies out. I don't care if you end up hating it. Just watch it. We need the viewers. We need them. We need them. I think this is the perfect franchise that could get revived, right? I'm not the first one to say it, probably. Grease is possibly the only franchise that it's okay if these high schoolers look a little bit overdone. Sorry, that's rude. Old. It's okay. It's okay if these high schoolers are 30. It's okay because it is Grease. That's the point. That is the point. It's so canon that it's kind of the point, right? And I really have really big hopes that that can still happen, because I know it's in there. It's in there. And I don't know, I sort of like want to inhabitate the John Waters mindset of like, make it ugly. I couldn't care less if they get this show revived. They give us a second season and it sucks, because I just want something. Like, I don't care if it's ugly, I don't care if it's messy, I don't care. I don't care, because frankly, I loved it that Jonathan Nieves had to be CGI'd in. I love it. The drama, the way that they... No, not the drama. There was no drama. But, like, the show must go on. We have to get him back. We have to get him back. I love that, and that was so sweet. And it's, like, the way that they take these curveballs and show their... Like, it's kind of like meta. They show their, like... Okay, I'm done. They're showing, like, their consistency, their, like, courage, their persistence, right? In the show, it's like, we're not giving up, we're not giving up, we're not giving up. And in real life, it's we're not giving up, we're not giving up, we're not giving up. So anyways, 3-hour timer is being set. I don't want to see what time it is right now, because I think it's only going to de-influence me, de-inspire me, uninspire me. I don't know what the word is. I'm opening up a Google Doc. Here's no experience ever writing any show ever. Every single time that I write anything that's coming across as like a show or a movie or even a short story, I completely lose it, because just like everything creative, there's a million ways you can go about it, and that forms a blockade, because it's like, this could be about anything. I can make this about anything. So now I get fixated on like, what's the right one? And it's like, I don't know. They all seem the same. I get some good ideas, but then I don't know how to build on them. So I don't really know what to do. I don't know the process of writing a show at all. Is that gonna stop me? Read the freaking title. Maybe that's not stopping her. Alright. So let's just title it Chris Rose. I do feel like I'm going into this way too high hopes, way too big. But frankly, this is how I have to go into it before I run out. Okay. Already I'm running out. Like, me live streaming this is like just asking for me to run out of the fuel real soon. So what do I want to write? What do I want to write? Okay, Grease Rise of the Pink Ladies 2. What to remember. I just finished watching it, so that's why I wanted to immediately go into writing this. What to remember, Hazel and Buddy, maybe, question mark? Triangle with Hazel, well no, Hazel, triangle with Buddy and Wally. Okay, that's one thing that we need to remember with Grease Rise of the Pink Ladies 2. What else do we need to remember? Richie's gone. Richie's gone, R.I.P. He's not dead, he's just gone. Richie's gone. Zuko. Well, maybe that could be its own note in and of itself. Zuko. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know who's the fuck Zuko is. I don't know nothing about the Grease franchise. I don't know. Maybe people are gonna be like, and that's exactly why you like Grease Rise of the Pink Ladies, because you know nothing about the Grease franchise. You have no respect for the Grease franchise, so you don't see how disrespectful Grease Rise of the Pink Ladies is. But I say, that music though. That music though. Did you hear Ari? Two Broadway little munchkins are in this. Does that sound like something that's on the wrong track? I don't think so. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I am a very jealous person and I'm trying to fix that. So when I see people going and doing better things and just achieving things, immediately I go and like think like I'm nothing. Like I start to like reflect instead of feeling happy for the person. So that's something that I need to work on. However, with this show, with these cast members, I have all the love, all the, like, this just makes me feel so toxic right now, me talking about this, but I feel like I have to be completely honest. It's something that I need to work through. I don't know how to work through it. I don't know what's the first thing about not comparing myself to other people, but anyways, I want all the best things to everybody at Grease Rise of the Pink Ladies. Every single one of them, from the extras to everyone, to the choreographers, to the makeup, to the costume designers. I do have a problem with the costume designers. Sometimes the costumes were lacking and I did not like them. I didn't like, there's so many ones that I didn't like, but I don't want to pinpoint them because I'm scared. And I'm not talented enough for that, right? I feel like that's why I never like argue with people, because it's like I'm not of anything enough to start arguing on this. Weakling. Alright, Zuko is here. Cynthia and oh my god, what's her name? I'm so sorry. What's her name? Cynthia and I just finished watching it. You cannot. It's like learning all the names of your classmates in a day. Give me a freaking break. I'm not doing that. Lydia, thank you. Cynthia and Lydia. Situation? No, relationship. Okay, sorry. Then we've got. Also, if you are a writer, please let me know, like, what is the writing process to writing a show or a movie? Like, absolutely what is, like, do you, before writing the show or the movie, like, know what the message is going to be? Or are you just working in, like, little bites of things? Like, it's like, okay, I really like this idea of a scene, and I'm just gonna make a story from that scene, right? Like, I like the idea of a scene where somebody's riding a bike and they have hair across their face and a red ribbon tied around their neck just flowing in the wind, and you just work on a story from that vision. I don't know. Anyways, Olivia and hold on a second. Give me one moment. Ricky? No. Give me a second. Gil. Let's change his name season 2. How about that? I don't like that name. Gil. Olivia and Gil. Will they, won't they, I guess. Can you call it that? Will they, won't they? St. Bernadette girls. Right, there's some St. Bernadette girls stuff. We're also hinting at the Washington High, I believe. Washington High kids. Cooler? Tougher for the St. Bernadette girls. Alright, what else? Buddy homeless? Yeah, there's sort of like a, what is he going to do if he's not allowed to live under the house of his dad. Well, I don't think he's gonna go homeless, but I don't necessarily think anybody's gonna like, like what, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think, like, with Buddy and his mayoral, like, family, like, presidential family, like, 1950s nuclear family, I don't think the dad is so keen on letting go of the son, because, like, I think what would be roaming through his head would be like, what is everybody else gonna think? How are we gonna deal with the campaign when people are asking, why is your 16-year-old child not living with you? So I think it's gonna be sort of like either it's going to be sort of like a Judy Garland, Liza Minnelli situation where, like, he's gonna like send somebody to take care of him while he's gone out of the house, or we're just gonna forget about it. And I sort of don't want to forget about it, because people are going to notice that you just forgot about it, and that's gonna be something that's gonna live on their mind. Like, while we were working past this problem and I was ready to deal with this conflict and get the resolution, but it's like, oh no, we forgot about it. So we'll just say Buddy homeless. Buddy homeless. Also, that name, Buddy. These boy names, I'm not really feeling them. Buddy. What's your full name? What's your full name? I'm sorry. It's a gorgeous name. What else? This is a little bit of a subplot, a little bit of like I don't know where it's going, but Miss McGee assistant subplot. I don't know. I'm just writing whatever at this point right now. This is a lot to remember, a lot to keep in mind. Oh god, there's so much, because every character has something. They're in the show for a reason. Oh my god, okay. I was just thinking about something. Oh, what's her name? Dude, I just finished watching this show. I think it's the adrenaline in me that's just forgetting their names. Honestly, because I can't. Susan back to being mean. What else? I feel like there's something more with Susan. Susan back to being mean. Yes, Susan abortion. There's something there. Susan, you want an abortion. Okay. I thought there was something kind of wordy in there. Like dragging these balls across your face. I thought. I already forgot his name. I'm so sorry. It's like something in the movie. Sorry, in the show. Oh, where is he? Oh, y'all forgot to put him in. Oh my god, it's like Kevin Jonas all over again. Oh, my bad. Shy Guy. I know that's not his name, and I want to, for the sake of this, let me remember his name. Edward. Alright, Edward Gay. Wow. Yeah. Edward Gay, question mark? I'm ending all of these in question marks because I don't know how well I am at catching hints, catching, like, things. Edward Gay? What else do we get? Can't really forget Edward. Wrestler. Okay. Oh god, okay. What else? Hazel. Jane. What with Jane? We haven't gone. Okay, Jane. Damn. Zuko. Jane and Zuko history. Never wants to see him again. Slash. Conflict. The fuck? Guys, I don't know. Alright, we've got Betty and Frenchie. Betty and Frenchie forming new girl gang. Okay, what else do we have with Betty and Frenchie? Not much. There's got to be something there. We can find something there. Oh my goodness. I feel bad. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Where were we? Something with Potato and Nancy. Not much is really happening with them, to be honest. Nancy and Potato, fighting for funsies. Like they just be fighting for fun. Like honestly. Richie's gone to military school. Richie gone to military school. Dorothy, I don't know. Dorothy's kind of a lost potato, lost Richie. Doesn't really have a boy toy, but Dot has no Potato or Richie. I don't want to say that she's lonely. I don't want to say that she's got nobody on her side, because that's not entirely true. Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Canadian Grease. Tom Holland off the black market. That's why girls can't drive. Oh, girls. Alright, what is happening with Leonard, by the way? If we can... Okay, what is happening with... Okay, Cynthia. Sorry, not Cynthia. Yes, Cynthia. Cynthia and Nancy. Deeper alliance? Right, because, I'm gonna put a question mark on that. I don't know. I'm questioning everything. Because, like, Cynthia and Nancy are sort of, what's the word? Confiding with each other way more than with the other pink ladies. Right, like they were the ones that drank the mezcal. Cynthia told Nancy that she was gay. Nancy said something back, right, in the paper. We won't know what they actually discussed on that paper. We don't even know if it was like actually something that had to do with the scene. Maybe they just had a paper and just pretended, wrote something on it, just pretended. What else? I don't know, they just do have this sort of alliance that's deeper than the other girls. And that one's a little bit like, what else? I kind of want to dig deeper with the characters that feel so hidden still for me. Buddy still feels really hidden to me. Like, when I see a character that's like that unconfrontational, like, what's the word, non-confrontational, I'm thinking you're gonna have to confront something, right? I also want to see, like, I don't know if we're gonna get Richie back, but like, since this is fictional, I could write in Richie back. Spoiler alert, I am not gonna get deep enough into this to actually write something. I have no confidence in that, because every single time that I think of writing, I just freak out, right? Because there's millions and millions of routes that I could go with this, and if I just put all my eggs in a basket on a really, really, really bad route, it's gonna ruin me. And I've done that so many times. I go down this route thinking like, okay, I'm improvising. Ugh. This sucks. And then I never touch it again. I don't think, hey, maybe we could fix it up. Maybe we could just keep going. No. I just give up on it. But yeah. Buddy needs to stand up for something. Buddy, homeless, maybe turns grease, turns into this is I don't know, turns into T-Bird. Because like, just the idea of like, he's so disconnected from his varsity, like, football, like, soch side, that it's like, maybe he's gonna go to the other side. Now with Richie gone, maybe we start searching for a new leader. I don't know. I think Gil could be a great leader for the T-Birds. I don't really want to fully write out Richie though in this, because like, this whole like, we need Richie back, and then we just drop it next season. Oh, sometimes you have to, but oh my god. And I just feel like it's so cliche to have like, let's say Buddy comes in to be a T-Bird, and then Richie comes back and he's like, what's he doing wearing my jacket? Oh, like, that's so cliche, but maybe that's fun. Like, sometimes cliche can be fun. Sometimes cliche is what you need to click and be like, oh, and just to get a little bit silly again. I don't know. Ugh, Daniel, what are we doing with Leonard? Leonard dies, honestly. What the fuck do we need him again for? Well, obviously he's gonna be a Rydell. The reason why I say obviously is because it's the 1950s, and I think people are just gonna blame Olivia. They're gonna, or maybe they're gonna, what's the word? Cast aside. They're gonna ditch Mr. Leonard. Maybe he quits. This is making my mind racing, and in a sense overwhelming my systems. Mr. Leonard still teaching after failed child bride marriage? Question mark. I can't stop with the question marks because it's like I don't know where we go from here. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Mr. Leonard, that's his name, right? Leonard? Yeah. I wish I could play some music right now because I would be playing the Grease soundtrack right now to get in the zone. I was never allowed to try. That's why. Maybe something with Rosemary, like she's too present for us to not write her. Oh my god, you're in a show with, let me guess, Eliza Killigan. I tried to, never mind. Oh, I have not heard anything about Infinity Pool in a long time. That movie came out and nobody said anything. That's another franchise that I do want to get into. It reminded me because of The Mask. Purge. I think The Purge is the most interesting franchise that I think is always not pushed further enough. Like, I think it's done well. I just think we need to push it further. Push it. Push it. I love the sentiment. I love the idea of like making crime. Like, yeah, there's some things that I'm just like, what are we doing? Why are we making crime legal for 12 hours? Why not 24 hours? Why not for a whole week? Why for only 12 hours? And also, why are we doing this? Why are we all just like, okay? Why are we not protesting against this? What are we doing? What's going on? Right? Oof. I'm not going to introduce any new characters because I do not have that in me. And I think that's way too much to juggle. Right? I'm already juggling all this conflict, all this drama, all this like character growth. To add a new character. And that is Zuko. In a sense. They introduced Zuko sort of like, I feel like the way they introduced Zuko, the way they ended the show, made me feel like, okay, I think they sort of know they might be getting canceled. You know, because like Hazel as a pink lady, and like the only things we leave cut off are like Buddy's got nowhere to live now. I don't know why that's funny. That's not funny. Buddy's got nowhere to live now. Zuko is here. Like, really, everybody got their ending. So I think they sort of knew that the story was going to end, but they just added Zuko in there to be like, you know, we can't give up. We can't just give up. So they were like, Zuko. I think that's every show ever. Okay. You're not hearing my stomach, are you? I mean, it's not my stomach. Okay. Annabelle Lux, I am calling to you from a plane of spirituality, from telepathy. What's the fucking word? Telepathy. How do you pronounce it? Telepathy. Right? I'm speaking you in telepathy. Help me write this right now. It's just for funsies, and I have no writing experience whatsoever, but I want to be a writer so badly because I want to open worlds. I want to be able to capture a world, right? The thing that also frightens me is like, there's no one writer that's written all amazing things, right? I think there's like, it's striving for perfection, which I don't know why that scares me. I don't know, maybe that's me being a little bit cynical. Maybe there are writers that just have written always good stuff, but it just scares me because it's like, I want to be able to write stuff and people to agree, or to people or for people to see or think it's good. And the idea of like, I'm gonna possibly put out something that could be considered bad by everybody or majority of people, right? Nothing's objectively bad in art. But I just get nervous, because I have this passion. Ew. Okay. Continuing, because I feel like I'm stalling a little bit. I'm stalling already. There's way too much. And I'm already overwhelming myself. Most interesting plots to me. Alright. So, first up, I think the Susan abortion thing is very interesting to me. Betty and Frenchie forming a new girl gang is very interesting to me. Buddy figuring out his place in the world. What else? Just Richie. I don't know what to do with Richie though, because it's like, how am I gonna bring him back? Should I even bring him back? What am I gonna do with Richie, honestly? Like, I think one of the characters that I least know how to write would probably be Richie. Because he's protective, what is he? He's protective. He's also leader. I can't. I don't know even. But he's also like fly off the handle, like blow fireworks up. Spend all the money that we need to get out of here. Right? Okay, what else? What else is interesting to me? That's kind of it. That's kind of it for me. The Susan abortion thing. Betty and Frenchie forming a new girl gang. Buddy figuring out his place in the world. Richie. Like, right now I'm sort of thinking, like, everybody's got their, like, ending. Olivia and Gil, well, they won't they, right? Like, we're gonna... Or they're not. But it's like, doesn't that fill me with such... Ugh. Like, they don't? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No. I'm terrified that I'm missing, like, some Easter eggs. Like I said, I'm not really, in the Grease... No, in the Grease fandom, but, like... There might be something I'm missing. So these are the 4 that I'm really thinking of the most. Susan abortion, Betty and Frenchie forming a new girl gang, Buddy figuring out his place in the world, Richie. Maybe scene ideas. Is this how it works? I don't know. This is what I think it should be. Scene ideas. Like, what's nice to think about? Like, Betty and Frenchie. I keep spelling Frenchie like that. I'm sorry. Should we watch Grease? Have I ever watched this movie? I mean, I have. But let's just say I wasn't clocked in. I don't remember what it's about. I know it's about after summer they come back and it's like, tell me more, did you get very far? And then he's like, Greece. So he's like, yeah, we did a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe it would help if I remembered, but I can't. What did I look up Greece for? I don't remember. To look up how to spell Frenchie. Oh my god, I've been spelling Frenchie wrong. Okay. Wait, can you see my stream? I can't tell if you can see it because it's not connecting to my... Only making babies. Got no dirty laundry. Tonight we're going on rolling until it's 9 in the morning. Leave your little life behind. We're going bigger than big time. We're high rolling. Betty and Frenchie interviewing for new girl gang. Good cop, bad cop. Interrogation. How do you spell interrogation? Jesus Christ. Interrogation. No, interrogation. Yay. Interrogation room. Lamp lighting. Esque. I have to like constantly convince myself like there's no wrong way to do it, there's just your way of doing it, so just keep going, stop worrying that you're doing it the wrong way. Interrogation room, lamp lighting esque. You know what I mean? Like in like an interrogation room, it's like only the lamp. I think maybe a little bit like scary might be fun. Again, these are just ideas. So slap me in the face and freaking shoot me if you want. I don't know. It's just an idea. Let's see. What are some other scene ideas that I had? I don't think I had any. Going into this, I don't think I had very many. We got no dirty laundry tonight. Alright, so messages. Like, what are the messages that we were trying to send? Right? Season 1, we sent, like, you know, pick a side, like, stand up for yourself. Be honest with yourself. Like, win fair and square, but also it's not always about winning. Stick up for your friends, like stand up for your friends, be for your friends, friendship. Like, let's say we don't, like, you know, like maybe tag on from that. Like maybe, live your life how you want to. Stand up for something / your friends. I feel like I always do forget the most. Sometimes you gotta be bad to do good. This is already overwhelming me too much. I need like a snack. Like, I need a snack. This feels like writing a literature review all over again. Literature reviews filled me with this sort of like anxiety. Like, I could go anywhere with this. How the heck am I supposed to figure it out? There's just too many factors. Right? And what helped me with literature review was just doing it, but also keeping it like a little bit simple, because I love getting complex. I love complexity. Like, why would I keep it simple when I could be complex? But also, it's a lot. It's a lot. Maybe some very necessary lessons for like high school. Maybe hmm 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 this is already way too complicated, and I'm like stressing myself out. What the fuck? You're gonna get your account banned, Film Cooper. How to write show episode. Okay. Like, you have to set up the world, right? World building is like a big thing. If you're just listing out things you want to do, we need to build the world. We need to build the characters. We need to build the atmosphere. We need to build the music. Okay. I'm like super dry, and I'm just like, alright, so world building. We'll start with Betty. I really want to start with Betty. Betty Rizzo. You got no dirty laundry. Headstrong. Or just strong. I don't know, I mean, strong. I'm just writing characteristics. Strong. Quick-witted. Is that how you spell it? Quick-witted. Strong, quick-witted. Sort of mean. Maybe hard shell. Does that mean? I don't know. But I'm trying to say maybe hiding something. Got no dirty. She smokes, has a strong voice, and seemingly does not care what others think of her. She is the girlfriend of Kanopy and Sandy Olsen's former frenemy. Who's Sandy? Oh, I heard myself when I said that. We got no dirty laundry tonight. Betty's one of 6 children, having 4 sisters and an older brother, Gil. Her father left when Gil was 8, and the kids were raised by their divorced single mother, who owned a delicatessen. They grew up in the store and helped out when they could. Jumped on the T-birds during his high school years while Everbellies and Brazen Betty ruled junior high. Junior high age. How do you spell junior high? Junior high aged. So that's 13 to 14 we're looking at. But obviously in this new season, maybe we're going a new year. Maybe we're starting right off where we left off. Right? Sometimes I think it's better to start where we left off than like starting a few months later. You know, especially when we didn't really necessarily end on like summer break and then we go into like school. Right. I think starting where we left off might be good. Right? Makes the viewers think like, oh, we didn't miss out on much. You know. Dude, I need to watch this movie. Strong, quick-witted, mean, hard-shelled, junior high-aged. Got stuff going on. Alright. What else can we talk about, Freddie? Because I think we can talk about a lot of stuff. Has to defend herself a lot. I always feel like, yeah, I do think pretty shallow. I do think pretty superficially. Like, I feel like I want to go deeper. Alright, Frenchie is happy. Who knew this was gonna be boring? Frenchie, happy, nice. Follows Betty's lead. I think that's all that I want to like follow up on with Frenchie though. Okay. Fran is a guest character in the Paramount Plus original series Grease of the Pink Ladies as Jane's younger sister. She's portrayed by Madison Elizabeth Lagares. The Facciano family moved from New York to Rydell, California in 1953, where Fran was bullied relentlessly by the students of her school, especially Betty Rizzo. Betty mocked Fran for her voice, talking fast and talking too much. One day, Fran was bullied by a boy, and Betty walked up and kicked him in the family jewels. Fran walked up to her and told her that she was her new best friend, and Betty simply said, "Fine." The girls became inseparable since. Okay, this is from Grease of the Pink Ladies. Anne working over the school, Mrs. Facciano refused her younger daughter, Fran, to plead to get her. The family later watched in horror when James Banner this year, right as goes elsewhere, was replaced with James Facciano goes all the way, a group of mascots and moon the audience. After the mascots left and Jane hurried off, Fran made an old-timed remark that Jane was fast. Jane's not gonna do it. Okay, this is episodes. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna read something else. Francie's fun-loving, bubbly, flighty, and a bit of an airhead, but a very friendly young girl carving her own path. She was uprooted from her. She doesn't hold grudges. Nobody knows you. Follows Betty's lead. Nobody knows you're out of control. That's also another thing that I could mention, but I feel like I'm already getting a little bit too overwhelmed. Fashion school for Nancy. I don't know what to do. I'm losing. World building. What else do I need to know?
Now I want to walk you through writing a television show, starting from how to write a pilot, then talking about the philosophy behind a particular show, then going through the characters and character change over the course of a season, and also talk about the structure of a TV show. Today I want to look at how to write a strong pilot. I'll show you the purpose of a pilot episode, how to write a pilot well, and how to set your story on the right track. Let's begin. As a writer, you'll usually not write an entire show or an entire season of a show on your own. Some writers have done that, like Nick Pizzolatto with True Detective and Taylor Sheridan with Yellowstone, but it's not the norm. When you're wanting to write a TV show, you will write a pilot. The pilot will be the first episode of your TV show. The pilot exists to do a lot of different things. Your pilot will set up the concept of your show, set up the philosophical ideas within your show, set up the characters of your show, start your characters on their show-long or season-long arcs, and it will showcase your talent as a writer. So how do you begin writing a fantastic pilot? You will start your pilot just like any other story, with an idea. Remember, any idea can be good or bad. Ideas themselves don't immediately mean a story will succeed or fail, but some ideas are more immediately interesting than others. For example, a show about office workers going about their daily lives is not as immediately interesting as high school chemistry teacher decides lives is not as immediately
airtime
interesting as high school chemistry teacher decides to become a meth dealer. This is just something to be aware of. Just because your initial idea is easy to pitch doesn't mean it will be good. And just because your idea doesn't immediately sound spectacular doesn't mean it can't be a fantastic show. So once you have an idea for your TV show, you want to understand your show's hook. Your show's hook is a 1 to 2 sentence explanation of the show's concept and what makes it unique or interesting. This can also be called your show's premise. Breaking Bad's premise is simple. A 50-year-old brilliant chemistry teacher finds out he has cancer and starts to cook and sell meth. This is the fundamental idea of your story, and it's what you need to show your audience in the pilot episode of your series.
All right. That's another problem I have. Often when I'm being taught what I need to be doing in order to make something good, I think, but I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to just write a hook. But it's like, if you're being taught that that's what you need to do, why are you going, I don't want to do that explicitly, right? You're thinking like, oh, but can I do it my way? Like, what's my hook? My hook is Buddy homeless, Zuko here, Richie gone, Betty and Frenchie are forming a new gang, Cynthia and Lydia are going steady, so is Nancy and Potato, Gil and Olivia have a will they won't they situation. Shy Guy or Edward is here. And Susan's back to being mean.
Now that you have an understanding of the concept of your show, it's time to build the most integral element, the philosophical conflict. Fun concepts can hook an audience for a little while, but what keeps an audience coming back to a show again and again will be the core philosophical conflict taking place at the center of the show. Breaking Bad isn't just about a chemistry teacher who decides to cook meth. It's about something much deeper. When we meet Walter White in the beginning of the show, we meet a man who is essentially sleepwalking through life. He is intelligent, a brilliant chemist, and has won a Nobel Prize, but he is not respected. He teaches disrespectful high school students at his main job, and then gets yelled at by his boss at his second job. And on a particularly bad day, he has to clean the wheels of his student's car. Walter's wife and brother-in-law don't respect him. His son Walter Jr. looks up to his uncle, not his father. Walter is a man without control and without respect, and inside, he desperately wants both. When Walter is diagnosed with cancer, suddenly his world changes. Instead of living passively, the cancer wakes him up and it jolts him into going after what he really wants. Walter is awake. He is finally going after the power and control he's always wanted. Getting cancer changes his beliefs. Breaking Bad is not just about a high school teacher becoming a meth cook. Breaking Bad is about a man who is taking action because of a sudden change in his philosophical beliefs. This is how you need to look at your story as well. What are your characters lacking at their core? What do they truly want? Not just externally, but who do they want to be? Do they want respect, power, control? What are their values?
There's a part of me that thinks I can figure that out, what they want. Maybe an identity. But what exactly does that mean? Mm. Mhm. Be brave. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh god. That's not actual experimenting, that's experiment. To get out of her comfort and alright. That's all I got for them right now. I also like get into this funk like when somebody teaches me how to do it, I'm just like, well, why aren't you doing it? Why haven't I heard about you? But then it's like, you're doing it again. Like you're sort of like discrediting who's teaching you, or sort of like not focusing on what they're teaching you just to argue, just to delay you doing it because you want to do it the perfect way. So you want to argue what's the perfect way with everybody. Let's start. Let's just write it like a Wattpad, like fan fiction. I think like dumbing it down. Sorry for using that word, but like making it as simple as I can possibly think of making it makes it feel less scary. Like, where would be a fun place to start? Living in a dark room. A light shines bright on the camera. But he's holding the lamp and says, okay. And yells. I think it's better. Can you tell that I don't know how to write? Ugh. Okay, I feel like I'm really shallow right now. Betty is this fighting girl. Frenchie is this sweet girl. I feel like I'm not digging deep. And that scares me because if I feel like I'm too shallow, I feel like I'm not writing a good enough story. Because I feel like the greatest stories, I think, are very complex, very looking deep, very, like, not one answer. You know what I mean? Like, it's not Betty is this, Frenchie is that. It's like Betty is multifaceted. Frenchie is multifaceted, but we can also distinguish Frenchie's character and Betty's character, even though they're multifaceted. They can be anything, but we know who they are. How do you spell squeak? Oh my god. Okay. Like, where could they be holding auditions? This couldn't be their room. Could it? Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think what's a good liner for this. I already. Oh my goodness. We've got an hour and 32 minutes left. Too fast for anybody to stop us. Oh my goodness, they're so loud. Oh my god, dude. You see this, Frenchie? Imagine us in this car. Too fast for anybody to stop us. Wouldn't that be so? Oh my goodness. Okay. Two girls walked outside and stopped by Gil's T-Bird. Mm. Mm-hmm. Hmm? Why did it time me out? Why did it time me out? I'm doing it wrong. Why did it time me out midway? What the hell? Someone's in my friggin' account. What the heck? Okay. We're back. I'm sort of writing this like a fanfic. Please, please, please. I can't. There's something here. I don't know, this is good. Sorry, they're gonna knock my door. There's something that I can do here. Maybe you don't say yeah. That's not how you spell provolone. Shut up! Oh, that is. Okay. What's the 1950s saying of saying cool? Like, (1950s) slang for. I feel like everybody. Oh God, look it up. Like very. Word for cool slang. Instead of me looking up. What if I look up 1950s magazine and just see what they write in there? Archive. No, let's be more specific. 1950. We're looking for 1955. Oh, yeah. Okay. I feel like I constantly have to look up what existed back then. I think we need some things. I don't like this, but I think we need to do a sexy scene. A what? Call me Anna Todd the way I'm. Call me Anna Todd the way I'm putting Harry Styles in this bitch. Ew. Okay. We have hit 2 hours, people. 2 hours of doing this. Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry, I'm looking at myself. Like, who do we want to introduce first? That's the thing that I'm nervous of. This is me delaying it because I kind of want to introduce Gil. And maybe Olivia. Maybe they're on and off right now. Maybe they're talking. I don't want to miss the plot. I don't want to make this not fun. Can you tell that I do not know how to write? Oh my god, I don't know how to write. Like, I'm doing that, like, comma. I don't know. I don't know when it needs to be outside or when it needs to be inside. I'm sorry. It's Susan's now. Sorry. I don't know where to go from here. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Why did we put Susan in the homemaker room? I don't know. We were gonna start. I was gonna do Gil and Olivia and their. No. But then I was like, no, no, too soon, too soon. I hate when shows do that. So I thought, okay, maybe Susan? Oh god, but I don't know. I think we need another video. Oh, my bad. My bad, G. Sorry. What's a beach? I was never allowed to try. That's why girls can't drive. Ooh, girls can't drive. Alright, I'm getting sort of an idea. I did write like a little introduction. So maybe if I write an introduction about Susan, it'll come to me about what I want to write her. So, oh god. Susan.
What's spec? Like a fanfic? I don't want to read what they put up on the screen, but ow! I have 40 minutes. Sitcom character breakdown, the something cleaner, oh, I can't read that. That happened in 1971. You dingus. Okay. Did we ever find this man? Boy, this man don't exist. This guy dead. What do you mean he flew out of the friggin' plane? Oh my god, he's right behind me, isn't he? Oh, shut up. He was scary. I would not have wanted to see him. Okay, what happened in 1955? The Montgomery bus boycotts. Disneyland? Oh, don't make me put Disneyland in this. I don't want to do that. What I'm doing as I'm done. How can I recognize when it's my time, when I was never allowed to drive? That's why girls can't drive. I don't like how I'm writing Susan. I already don't. I'm already losing the juice in my tank. I'm sorry. When did the Beatles form? I don't have anything to go off of. Oh my god. What the fuck happened? So we say Dot, and that's how I was the only one who supported Rosa Parks. This is so stupid and so weird. And that's how I was the only one. Shut up for Rosa. I can't. When did it happen? Death date? Why did it show up that? So when did it happen in 1955? Because it matters. If it happened like in December, or like, oh god. It doesn't make sense if it's December. She couldn't have helped Rosa Parks. Okay. I was never allowed to drive. That's why girls can't drive. Ooh. Okay, wait, Claudette. this happened in Montgomery, Alabama, so why the heck would I be there? I give up. I give up. I give up. Ugh. Actor James Dean is killed when his automobile collides with another car. Okay, no, we're not doing that. Whatever you're thinking, we're not doing that. Disneyland Hotel opens to the public. I don't want to do that. Okay. We've got 30 minutes and we've got, not that bad. We've got like a full page. Listen, if I were to show this to like a really good screenwriter, I think you could help me. That's good enough. Was Walt Disney alive? I mean, I think. Yeah. Yes. I'm running out of steam. I feel like it's not Grace Rise of the Pink Ladies if I don't have the Pink Ladies like dealing with stuff in this. What was that? Oh my god. I'm falling apart. What is Hazel doing? Freedom for my character to be intelligent. Oh, you can't hear this because this is... Sorry.
He was making everyone a little bit smarter than the audience. And that was a very freeing thing to see, because letting your characters be the smartest people in the room is a relief in a lot of ways. There are things that you can learn just by watching that are not about copying how something's done, but just by understanding how something's done. Or discovering that sometimes it's really effective to have an episode where things are really quiet. You know, it's just about watching and seeing what makes something good, and then understanding that those, maybe they're breaking a rule, or maybe those are some rules to think about, and then understanding what makes something not good. It's helpful.
I do not have time for this. I do not have time for you. Sorry. Girls never learn to drive. That's why girls can't drive. Ooh, girls can't drive. Ooh. Alright, well, bio that I always go back to, script archive. Go to script archive. I think this is for movies, TV shows. I think the Internet Movie also has shows. One that I always go back to is, ignore that, Hacks. Oh, what is this? I hate when it does that. Don't open up stuff. Girls can't drive. Ooh, girls can't drive. Alright, nothing for Hacks. What the heck? Script Hacks pilot episode. Here we go. Alright, so, wow. A lot happening in the span of, what, 3 months? 4? So here we have the cast list. Ava, Deborah, Marcus, Damien, DJ, Kayla, Jimmy, Marty, Josefina, Andy, Bill, BMW Bro, Cargo Shorts Guy, Flight Attendant Jack, Katie, Marcy, Monica, News Anchor, Taylor, Trent, Valet, and Waiter. So you have the set list. Here are our interiors. We have Ava's townhouse, her bedroom, her bathroom, her front door, her living area and kitchen, the Bellagio, which is Jasmine Restaurant, Cartier, we hear wave of laughter from a crowd. Woman. Voiceover. So anyway, he's up top of me, t-shirt still on because his breasts are bigger than mine, and I told him he had to. What? I was jealous. Alright, so that's one joke. Start with a joke. could read that for forever. Well, I probably couldn't. What do I want to do with the girls? I want to figure out where I want the boys to be. Where's Buddy? Buddy is homeless. That's not funny. It's not. I just don't know what to do with that man. Buddy is homeless. I don't know what to do with him. What do you want me to do with him? It's tacky and cliche if I do something with him and Hazel. It's tacky and cliche if I do something with him and Jane. It's tacky, tacky, tacky. I'm done. Buddy is homeless. That's, I don't want to write that. Buddy's not homeless. Why did we never see Buddy's mom? Who's Buddy's mom? Buddy moved in with his mom. I've got 40 seconds. How we ended this? Gil. No. I hate this. This is impossible. I've lost the juice. We got no dirty laundry tonight. We tried our best. And I'm pretty happy with how we started, not how we ended. Okay, that's 3 hours. I gave it my 3 hours. I gotta go to bed now, so. You know, sometimes best way you can, I got nothing. Tonight we're getting high, rolling until it's 9 in the morning. Leave your little light beyond, we're going bigger than big time. We're high. Can I put Grease Rise of the Pink Ladies on here? Grease Rise of the Pink Ladies. I don't think I've ever hit 100 movies in a year. Grease Rise of the Pink Ladies cast. No way. You found movies where they're in? I've only watched one. Which one's the one that I watched? Let me see if I can remember. Oh, Maps and Stars. Oh, wait, no, I haven't. I didn't put that in my letterbox, but that I have watched that. I have watched Frenemies. Who was in Frenemies? I don't know. The dog? Yeah, the dog. Rim of the World I did watch also. Wait, what's the movie that I watched? Was it Saw? I did watch Saw. Is this some kind of joke? I don't know which movie it is. What the heck is that? I watched this? Oh, that's Glass Onion. I didn't recognize that for that picture. Oof. We got no dirty laundry. Tonight we're getting high, rolling until it's 9 in the morning. Leave your little light behind, we're going bigger than big time, we're high. Alright, let's see. Who's in Holiday? Babies. We got no dirty love. Oh, Marissa. Who's in A Dirty Shame?
It was John Waters' movie. We got no dirty laundry. Jackie Hoffman. Okay. I'm so out of it right now, bro. I just want to go to bed.
Genuinely. And I should be going to bed. If I want my at least 6 hours of sleep. Alright. I'm heading off to bed. I'm heading.
Good night.
Good night. Have a good night.